Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Trendsetter group comprising Kerry-Anne of Neil Blackwood, Albert Joseph, Kanika Cooper, and Arlene Regis. Today, our project is based on EduWet. EduWet stands for Effective Didactical Use of eBooks and e-texts and tablet PCs as Innovative Delivery Medium. The project therefore concentrated on studying the didactical concepts and methodologies from the field of mobile learning, such as mobile computing technology as well as cognitive science. One of the major conclusions gained was whilst the use of ebooks and e-texts were considered or capable of promoting a major revolution in the teaching and learning process, many were simply paper books in digital format. At the present time, there is little experience with respect to didactically reasoned inclusion of tablets in school. However, 2012 points to the problems associated with using the new media in the process of learning, particularly didactics. Some of the inherent disadvantages included those to students, since they would have to first learn how to use the new media, in addition to which the reduced social contact between students and their colleagues and teachers made the exchange of learning harder. The EduWet project directly targeted university professors and lecturers. Indirectly, the project also targeted educators, teachers, textbook trainers, and other professionals, students, self-paced learners, and those in the publishing industry. Possible solutions proposed to the loss of effective didactics included training the educator, developing skills for teaching in the M-learning environment, enhancing interaction, professionalization of teachers to meet the growing demand for the use. Of all the possible solutions, skill training for educators in the use of relevant didactical concepts and developing skills in the M-learning environment seem to be those highest on the agenda in the project. EduWet would seem incomplete without enhancing interaction and designing content to encourage greater interaction through effective didactics and the involvement of the teaching professional in the use. Another associated solution was continuous professional development for teachers and trainers to meet the ever-growing demand of peer online learning and the network community of practice which were beginning to emerge at the time EduWet was performed. The Trendsetter group thought about a model to enhance the tactics in the by identifying strategies which would help teachers and educators successfully incorporate the technology into ebooks within the learning process. This was important since many governments in the Caribbean region were encouraging the use of computers and tablets in the school by making these applicable and available to students within the curriculum. In other words, it was an emerging problem. Trendsetters' model would include 5 pillars: a piloting space, technology or the inclusion of ICTs, partnerships, training programs, and then shareholder synergy within the project. Within the first component, a proper assessment of the e-learning space and the infrastructure was needed prior to the launch of the programs, particularly within the context of the Caribbean region. Another component within this model would have to be in terms of greater ICT support for coverage in remote areas and technical support for those who would be involved in the use of ebooks within the learning process. Another component was that of partnerships, as the group felt that these technologies would not be available without a course. Therefore, partnerships with those outside the region, such as publishers and developers in the short term. The fourth component of this model included training. Designing training which would allow educators to use these interactive tools as opposed to only using the ebooks via tablets or computers. The final component was that of synergies within the use of the model, bringing together developers, the Ministry of Education in those countries, technicians, web designers, and all those who would be a part of creating such didactics. Sum total of this solution would mean advanced interactive tools within the ebooks, designing training that would allow the educators to use these tools, and then encouraging a learning environment which fosters the use of the tools.